Welcome here in the Lane live stream. We are just 7.5 minutes away from tip-off with Umpqua Community College in the house. Don't go anywhere here on the Lane live stream. Welcome to Eugene, Oregon, here on the Lane live stream. My name is Levi Berchtold. I'm joined by Logan Thompson. We are just moments away from tip-off here. Lane at home, Umpqua Community College in the house. It's going to be a good day of basketball, Logan.
You know, it's always a joy to be out here. And, you know, I don't think of anything else I could rather want to be doing on a Wednesday night.
It's a busy week for us, too. They had the Monday night doubleheader, which was unusual. Usually they do Wednesday, Saturday, but they have Monday, Wednesday, and then also another game on Saturday. So it's a busy week of basketball here at Lane. Lane in the house. They're sitting at 26-1, 13-1 in conference. They won their last two after suffering their first loss of the season at Clackamas back on the 18th. In the house, Umpqua, they are 21-4 overall, 10-1 in their last 11. That loss was to Lane on the first. So Umpqua in the house looking to avenge that loss. Lane pulled away with a 10-point win, again, back on February 1st. Starting lineups are being announced for the Lane Titans. The normal starting lineups at the guard positions. We have Tony Coleman, Morgan Cooper, Bella Hamill, and Sierra Shepley, with the sole forward being Chloe Daniels. Chloe Daniels is announced in the starting lineup. She did suffer what appeared to be a right ankle injury on Monday. She did gut it out, finish the game, but good to see her. And the ankle doesn't look taped up at all, so it looks like she's in good shape. For Umpqua, they're going with 3 guards, 2 forwards at the guard spots. They have Tessa Elliott, freshman out of Needville, Texas. Amaya Ramon out of Regis, Oregon. Audrey Miller out of Corvallis. And the 2 forward spots, Brooke Stuckey out of Bolivar, Ohio. And the big name, if you're a Lane fan, to circle on the top of your whiteboard, Victoria Hollingshead, who we were talking about earlier, Logan, has put up some truly absurd stats in some of her games.
You know, overall in the season, she's averaging, 16.5 points and 13 rebounds. The last game she played versus Lane, 23 points and 20 rebounds.
A 20-20 game. I can't remember the last time I saw that at the collegiate level, period. And that's just a truly obscene stat line. Umpqua does control the opening tip-off, and they dribble it into that corner. Handoff goes to Ramon, guarded by Shepley. The kick to Hollingshead and swung to the corner. Looking to get rid of it, ends up back in the hands of Ramon. Swung back around to Elliott. Bounce pass inside to Hollingshead. Double comes. Shepley able to steal that one away. Now Lane has it in space.
Classic Lane defensive possession. Extremely aggressive.
Hamill has the ball in the post, kicks it out to Coleman. Coleman drives to the right. Underneath the basket now, back out to Hamill for a quick three-pointer, too strong. Rebound controlled by Daniels in the corner. Hamill in trouble, being double-teamed, trying to get out of it, running out of time, running out of space. Bounce pass inside, ball's on the ground, players on the ground, and a foul will be called.
You know, you got trapped there. Not much she could do. She did the best she could to get out of it, but it was great defense by Umpqua.
And for those of you who couldn't see, the most recent Lane victory was it was an ugly offensive showing there. Only putting up 63 points, but it felt a lot worse than that. Hamill and Shepley both had particularly tough nights, but a lot of credit goes to the defense for being so locked down the whole night there. Shepley almost forced the turnover, but Umpqua able to hold on to it. Hollingshead, the pass inside, puts up a shot fouled by Hamill. That'll send Stuckey to the line.
And just a little turn there, and it's going to hit the elbow from what it looked like, and it's going to be 2 free throws.
2 free throws indeed. It was good to see Hamill pull early there from 3. She had a quiet first quarter where it wasn't very aggressive. Coleman, Shepley, and Hamill sat most of the second. And then in that third quarter, they really let loose offensively, but was unable to buy a basket. That first free throw is good to score the first points of the game here. Stuckey splits them. Daniels fighting for the rebounds, and it goes out of bounds. This one will stay with Lane.
You know, one thing I want to mention off of that, her free throw form was one of the more unique ones I've seen in a while. It looked very effective, but she brought it all the way on the side behind her head.
Scratching the back a little bit. Coleman, the handoff goes to Cooper. Drives right, kicks to Hamill, who pulls instantly. No hesitation, drains the deep 2-pointer. Hamill splits her first 2 baskets. Coleman almost intercepted the inbounds pass, but will go out of bounds and stay with Umpqua.
And that's good to see. You know Hamill wants to have a better game today, and something tells me she will.
Hamill, the University of Oregon commit. So her last year in white. Next year she'll be in green and yellow, but stay in Eugene. It's going to be fun to see her graduate to Matthew Knight Arena. Coleman fighting for the basket, able to tip this one out of bounds as well. Coleman hyperactive as always in this press. And you mentioned earlier some very stereotypical Lane possessions here, especially on defense.
You know, Tony Coleman playing her role to perfection, being the pesky gnat there.
And here she is again, hounding Elliott. Handoff goes to Stuckey, who passes to Hollingshead. Took a look at the basket, but still will give it to Ramon, who'll pull up from 3. Too strong, won't go. Rebound to Coleman. Coleman takes this one with a full head of steam. Drives into traffic, slows it down, and out to the right wing. Looking to get rid of it and gives it to Hamill. Hamill uses the Daniel screen, then rejects it, goes left to the basket, blocked away by Hollingshead.
And no foul called there. It seems, is there? No foul called.
No foul called, but it will stay with Lane. So Hollingshead, the sophomore out of Orem, Utah, records that block. Inbounds goes Daniels into Hamill in the post, blocked away again by Hollingshead. Back-to-back Hamill possessions that are blocked by the sophomore, who has put up just some crazy stat lines. Again, she is averaging 16.5 points, 12.9 rebounds. Both lead her team. Inbounds to Daniels, same play, but this time Daniels will keep it. 6 on the shot clock. Shepley fumbles the handoff. 3 on the shot clock. Shepley behind the back, run out time, doesn't see the clock, and the buzzer will sound. A shot clock violation forced by some fierce defense from the Umpqua Community College Riverhawks.
Umpqua playing great defense, shutting down a lot of the passing lanes that Lane's trying to use and not able to take advantage of it.
And they are matching up Hollingshead inside with Hamill. It's going to be an interesting matchup to see here. Riverhawks looking to build on or try to cut into that 1-point deficit here earlier. Hollingshead takes a rare three-pointer. Off the mark, won't go. Coleman catches it, full head of steam. We've seen this before. Drives to the basket, runs out of space, puts it up, and good. Coleman coast to coast. We've seen that so many times. Now the Riverhawks are going quickly here, trying to respond. Pass goes over the head of Ramon, and it's a turnover.
You want to know the most absurd thing about that three-pointer? That was her 5th three-point shot the entire season.
She does her damage inside. And she does that averaging 16.5 points a game. So she's not exactly a three-point sniper. She does all her work inside.
Hey, it was a nice step back, though.
Coleman will take this one, juke out the defense, put up a shot, and will draw the foul on Hollingshead. Just a beautiful hesitation move from Coleman there. Put the defense to sleep.
Coleman's been the Energizer Bunny so far today. Defense and offense, no breaks.
Coleman will step to the line. Coleman's a 65% free throw shooter. Coach Greg Sheely, a longtime Lane coach in his 24th season here, putting up some crazy records. Across from him, Dave Strickland, also been here for a very long time, racking up a 764-168 career record. And over his career, has won 19 Conference League, Region, and State titles. So 2 very accomplished coaches here on both sides as Lane will jump out to a 5-1 lead. That pass almost stolen away, tipped away and recovered by the Riverhawks. And another turnover here as this one is thrown out of bounds. That might have been tipped, and it will stay with the Riverhawks. Looks like Coleman got a fingertip on that one.
Coleman again on defense, so aggressive.
Shapley will check out for the first Lane substitution of the day. Ball will check in. Inbound goes to Stuckey, guarded by Ball. Swung over, ends up in the hands of Ramon. Guarded by Cooper, who's doing a bang-up job on defense, and this will be a held ball as Cooper was all over that one. Audrey Miller ran out of options there. Cooper had both hands on the ball.
Lane defense, you see it week in and week out. It's what they do, especially to start games.
They do like to come out and punch fast. Cooper has this one, dribbles it to the right elbow, looking to get rid of it, finds Daniels, but a whistle away from the ball. Looks like there was a foul on Lane.
I think it was a moving screen after the pass there.
Off the ball foul, so turnover for the Titans. Elliott has this one, hounded by Coleman. Elliott backs her down, and a foul will be called on Coleman. A little too aggressive as she pleads her case with the bench.
And it almost felt like they were punishing Coleman for her aggressiveness rather than a particular action. It kind of felt like a culmination call.
A culmination call just 3 minutes into the game. You're
really
right.
Did.
It did feel like it was just a build-up of multiple things. There's a quick offensive foul as Stuckey, just a little too aggressive on the screen, put her shoulder into Coleman, who was trying to fight through it there. Great job for Coleman to fight through that one.
Well, it was less of that. It was more that she just never set her feet.
Hamill to inbound and gives to Coleman. With about 6:26 left in the game, Lane leading 5-1. Coleman will go left, give to Hamill. in the right wing. Pull up for another deep two-pointer. This one's off the mark, won't go. Rebound Ramon. The give to Miller, who takes this one up the court, able to get past any pressure, drives into the paint, puts up a shot, but will be fouled in the process. There was a swarm of hands around Miller. Miller will step to the line.
And really good defensive attempt by Lane there. Just too many hands going for the ball, and everybody got knocked around a little bit.
First one goes through. Miller, a 65% free throw shooter. And both will drain. Lead is cut to 2 for the Titans. Coleman has it. Gives this one up uncontested into the paint. And we'll take this one back out. Resets the offense, takes the Daniel screen, rejects it, goes to the right, gives outside the ball. Ball drives paint, gives outside to Hamill, swung to Cooper. Lots of passing. Cooper will drive inside, put up a wild shot. That won't go. Rebound Hollingshead. The give to Miller. The handoff to Elliott. Elliott back to Miller. Inside to Stuckey. Will take a pull-up jumper there and hit it. This game is tied in the early going. Coleman going quickly here, drives the paint, kicks it back out, back to Hamill. Takes the Daniel screen, drives right elbow, guarded by Hollingshead, runs out of options, a spin move, puts up the shot, and it's good. Great footwork from Bella Hamill.
That was a great little bit of post play there. Beautiful footwork.
Now Elliott will put the ball to Hollingshead in the corner, guarded by Daniels, who sags off. Hollingshead will take a pull-up deep two-pointer, too strong. Rebound goes to Hamill. Dribbles one up herself. Clock ticks inside 5 in the first period. Hamill, inside pass to Daniels on the ground. Daniels never got a hand on that, but it was off the foot of Miller. Back to Daniels, who's backing down Hollingshead. Will put up a shot and blocked away. Hollingshead, her third block of the first quarter. As this ball's on the ground, able to collect it is Ramon. Ramon driving paint, a lot of contact, and another foul will be called in the early going here. The aggressive Lane defense being reflected in the foul sheet, which is never something you want to see if you're a Titans fan.
You know, a lot of the reason that Lane hasn't been able to score a lot is just the defense from Hollingshead. Lane's really wanted to work in the post, and it's just been shut down every time. Already 3 blocks for Hollingshead shows you everything you need to know there.
Now, in the game on Monday, Lane jumped out to a 12-point lead in the first quarter, and then everything just went ice cold for them. They ended up trailing at half, and that's where the offensive struggles really continued. They used a short burst at the back end of the third quarter to pull it out, took a lead that they never gave up. But it was just an ugly offensive night all on Monday, and I'm sure that was a priority of the last couple of days was to improve that. What are you seeing from the Lane offense? Is it just great defense from Hollingshead, or are you seeing some of the sluggishness from Monday carry over?
There's definitely some of the sluggishness, but I think the main symptom is Hollingshead. Lane has continued to go, you know, a lot of their passing has been shut down on the perimeter by great defense, and so that's left some of the interior driving lanes and a little bit of post work seeming to be open. Hollingshead has just been an absolute rock. She has been immovable, an immovable object, and Lane has not been an unstoppable force.
She's averaging 2.4 blocks a game. She already has 3 so far through just over 5 minutes of gameplay, which is some crazy stats here. Ramon will step to the line with a chance to tie the game. That first free throw will rattle in. Lane also has 5 fouls in the early going here, which is not a great sign either. And they haven't felt like they needed to happen. Just some unforced errors here from the Titans. Both go through. Game is tied again. Coleman takes the inbounds. They hand off to Shepley, who checked back into the game and swung around. Ends up with DeLynn, seeing her first action. Back to Coleman in the corner. Coleman will take a pull-up three-pointer. That won't go. Rebound swat around. Ends up in the hands of the Riverhawks, who take this one full court on the fast break, and the lay-in goes in. That was Ramon who put that one in to give the Riverhawks a 2-point lead.
You know, the Riverhawks were laying off of Coleman there. She had an open shot, just didn't hit it.
Coleman now in the opposite corner. The give to Shepley, again, who committed to Southern Oregon last week. Shepley will drive paint, runs out of options, gives it to Daniel in the post. Daniel spins it all the way around, puts up a shot, catches the rim, won't go, gets her own rebound, and a foul will be called on that shot attempt, sending Daniels to the line.
And that time, it was Stuckey on the foul
Just wrapped her up.
Yeah. Said rather let her have the free throws and the shot,
Which
which
is-
you know what? Sometimes fair enough.
Mishuna will check into the game. Stuckey will check out. Daniels does struggle from the free throw line in batches. She shoots 65%, which is a nice percentage, but she really struggled on Monday. It looks like they're going to call this one not in the shooting attempt on the floor. So inbound goes to Ball, takes this one straight to the rim. Won't go. Mishuna fighting for the rebound. Ends up in the hands of Delin. Bounce pass inside to Daniels. Puts up another shot. Catches rim. Won't go. Rebound and pass out to Ramon, who's got it in space again. Will take a free throw line jumper this time. Leaves this one short. Rebound Delin.
Man, I really like both the passes and shots taken there on that last possession. Just neither of them fell.
Back to Daniels, who saw a lot of action on Monday. We're going to see, I'm sure, a healthy dose of her. Out to Delin, 4-3, leaves this one short. Rebound goes to Mishuna, who will take this one up herself before a full pass to Hollingshead. Now in the paint. Nice footwork to go to the left, puts it up, and good.
Hollingshead hit her with a little delay there, and it threw off the timing of Daniels completely.
Now it's Coleman who loses the handle, gives it to Ball, take a mid-range jumper. That won't go. Ball fights for the rebound, and instead ends up in the hands of Hollingshead. Will take this one up herself as we take the 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Hollingshead takes us all the way to the free throw line before giving it up to Ramon. Back to Hollingshead, pass inside to Mishuna, tipped away and caught by Delin, who has this one in space with speed. Going against Hollingshead, will put up the hook shot, up off glass, and this one catches net.
That's the first time so far I've seen Lane be able to get through Hollingshead one-on-one, at least in a bit.
Now this is Robles who will take this one. The pass to Hollingshead, tries to dump it to Mishuna, ends up back in the hands of Hollingshead, who leaves this little mid-range jumper short. An awkward possession there, comes up empty.
What you missed in there was a block by Sarah Ball.
This is Shapley who will go rim, put it up, and catches the foul.
Shepley found that, Shepley found that base, like that driving lane base side and took advantage.
And I heard the slap of the arm from back here, so
Yeah.
able to fight through contact. Cooper and Powers will check in for the first time, sending Ball and Coleman to the bench.
She just got the momentum she needed to be able to finish there.
Fitzhugh will also step into the court for the Riverhawks. Shepley, an excellent free throw shooter on the line for the first time tonight, gets this one to roll in. Inbound goes to Ramon. Rachel Noyce also checks in for the Riverhawks. Ramon passes around, ends up in the hands of Fitzhugh. Inside pass goes to Mishuna, who loses the handle back to Ramon, who thought three, but instead passes a high ball inside, high pointed. Shot might not have been blocked, but certainly affected. Now Cooper has this one going quickly here. Gives to Shapley, who thought three, then will take three. This one catches the front rim. Rebound to Mishuna.
I want to give some credit to Delin on that defensive possession on the last drive. Stood her ground, played great defense there.
Ball ends up in the hands of Fitzhugh. Back to Ramon. Back to Fitzhugh. Two-woman game. Back to Ramon. This time giving it to Robles. Pass inside to Noyce. Back out to Ramon, who pulls up from three. This one catches the net. Umpqua takes a 2-point lead as we approach the last 90 seconds of the first quarter.
Everybody collapsed inside, and she was still out there.
Shepley now has it, drives, paint, sees an avenue, puts up the left hand, a hook shot. That one goes.
That was a great little dribble, a little shot there from Shepley.
Great movement, great movement. Ramon's pass in the direction of Fitzhugh, but tipped away by Delin. This one will stay with the Riverhawks. Sarah Ball will check back into the game, seeing Chloe Daniels is the French for the first time. Fitzhugh inbounds, ends up with Noyce. Noyce will dribble this one up, tries to dump it off to Mishuna, and she does. Back outside to Fitzhugh. Swung to Ramon, guarded by Shepley with 11 on the shot clock, and miscommunication there as it's from pass into the lane bench. Robles cut, pass was going behind her.
Yeah, not much else to say there, just miscommunication.
Happens to the best of us. Cooper inbounds with Powers back to Cooper. We ticked to 47 left in the first quarter. Cooper drives to the right, gives to Powers in the corner. Swung the ball outside to Shepley. Fakes right, goes left, inside the paint. Jump stop outside to Delin. Fakes up, then drives baseline and will draw the foul on Fitzhugh.
Lane's really trying to get that pick and roll going with Sarah Ball, and the defense from Umpqua has been on point every time they've tried it.
Delin will step to the line as Lane's in the bonus with 32 seconds left. First free throw is good, and they love that pick and roll with either Shepley or Hamill to engage the pick and roll with Daniels. With Daniels on the bench, Sarah Ball's being elevated to that role. And like you said, Riverhawks doing a great job on defense there. Delane hits them both, gives the Titans a 2-point lead. Noyce to inbound and gives to Ramon. Now to Fitzhugh. Fitzhugh passes inside to Mashuna. Can't handle this one. This one's a turnover.
Just wasn't able to catch the ball. You know, part of that was good defense from Lane. You know, as always, pressure.
Pressure does wonders. Powers will check out. Shepley will check back in. Coleman also in the game. Shot clock is turned off with 20 seconds left in the quarter. Lane with a 2-point lead.
And Lane definitely wants the last shot here.
Yeah, they're dribbling this one out. Coleman has it, taking her time as we tick to 10 seconds. A little spin move back inside, puts up the shot, will not go. Now the Riverhawks have an avenue here. Ramon with 4 on the clock, dribbles baseline, puts up a shot, blocked away by Sarah Ball.
Wow, what a great block by Sarah Ball.
2 hands up in the air, just swatted this one out. There's still 1.6 left in the quarter, so Riverhawks will have a chance to inbound. Powers checks in, Shepley checks out. Sheridan checks in, Coleman checks out. What a block there by Sarah Ball to swat this one over the baseline. Ramon with 1.6 inbounds, trying to get inside to Mashuna, puts up a quick shot, and it's good. Ties the game at the buzzer. First quarter ends, and we're all knotted up at 16 apiece. Mashuna uses the height and the size, catches this one at the basket, puts it in, ties the game.
She manhandled Sarah Ball in the post there. There's not much else of a way to say it.
Mashuna standing at 6'2", was able to use the size over Ball. A couple inches of height difference there. We wrap up the first quarter. After 10 minutes of play, we're all knotted up at 16 apiece. If you're Umpqua, I mean, you're more than happy with this. You lost this team by a pretty significant margin last time you played. It was a 10-point loss, so able to keep it tight through one quarter. These are 2 of the better teams in the division. Both teams have to feel good about it, but there's certainly a lot of room for improvement in both teams. There's been a couple ugly possessions, a couple unforced errors. Lane fouled a lot early before cleaning it up. Hollings had a great start before kind of, she sat on the bench, unable to capitalize in the minutes. So it's been a back and forth. What was your impression from that first quarter?
You know, I hate to say it, but I see a Lane team who's vulnerable, and I'm going to chalk a lot of that up to playing on Monday and the really quick turnaround time. It's not their fault, but it's been that, and it's been the lackluster shooting has really hurt them, and I think Umpqua's recognized it, and they're going for it. I think this one's going to continue to stay close throughout the rest of the game unless Lane can really pick up the shooting.
Titans are 0 for 4 from 3. Umpqua's 1 for 3 of 3, but Titans are also 6 for 20 from the field. This first pass, stolen away. Coleman has it in space, top of the second quarter. She loses the handle, able to collect it. Kicks back out to DeLynn. DeLynn goes to the left, trying to get inside. Will instead find Coleman, who finds Daniels at the top of the elbow, working against Mashuna. Daniels kicks it out for a quick 3-pointer from Cooper. This one catches rim, won't go. Tipped up in the air, caught by Coleman, who puts up a quick shot and cannot get the roll. Rebound Mashuna, pass to Ramon.
Lane's getting good shots, but they just haven't hit any.
The Riverhawks driving baseline, puts up a little bounce pass to Mashuna, who shoots quickly and scores to give them their first lead of the second corner, assisted by Robles.
And Mashuna's just great at establishing her position. And once she has it, it's hers.
Shepley has the ball, works with the screen, drives inside. A lot of contact, and the foul will be called. Instead, it'll be an offensive foul. Shepley ended up on the floor along with the defender. They're going to get C.R. Shepley on the infraction for a turnover.
It did look like Shepley. It was more of like a barreling into a defender. She tried to pass it away, but her momentum carried her.
Titans now shooting just 27% from the floor compared to 43% for the Riverhawks. Riverhawks up by 2 in the early goings here. Robles takes this ball, guarded by Cooper. Swung around, back in the hands of Robles. Past the top of the three-point line for Ramon, who thought 3, instead will pass up, and he'll pass directly to DeLynn, who has this one on the fast break. It's a 2-on-2 bounce pass inside, stolen away, but out of bounds. This one will stay with the Titans. That bounce pass was a dangerous one. 2 green jerseys right on top of it, but because they were both there, neither one of them can handle it. Looks like there was just one of them there that could have come away with it. Cooper to inbound. Running out of time, will find ball at the top of the three-point line. 25 in the shot clock. Ball fakes right, goes left, kicks to Cooper. In the corner for three. This one rattles in. Lane takes a 1-point lead. Ramon passes to Mashuna, who dribbles this one up. Gives it to Noyce. Looking to get rid of it, but instead will go against ball, drives basket, puts up a shot, and cannot get the roll. Ball, rebounds tapped up in the air, and ball comes down with it and draws a foul in the process.
And Lane's got to be happy there getting that rebound. It's been tough in the paint for Lane today, but sometimes you got to take the small victories like that when you can get them.
And Ball did a great job out physically in the defenders to get to that possession. Earn her team another possession, I should say. Coleman takes the inbound.
Out physicaling, huh?
Ball inbounds pass goes Daniels and puts this one up. Quick possession there results in two.
I consider that not physical.
I'll count it. I'll count it. Ramon has this one, working over a screen. Gives it up. Run a pass to Robles. In the corner. Swung around into back into the hand of Ramon. 13 the shot clock. Gives it to Noyce in the wing. Working against Ball again. Coleman tipped away, from the backside. Stuck a hand in there, got the turnover. Now Coleman has this one. Drives inside of the paint. Puts up a shot. A lot of contact, and a foul will be called against Ramon.
Coleman just caught her napping. She was, just not expecting it. And Coleman, she may be hard, but don't lose track of her. She will punish you for forgetting where she is.
Tonga and Miller will check back into the game, sending Noyce and Robles to the bench for the Riverhawks. 7:38 left in the quarter. Coleman steps to the line. Leaves that first one short. Coleman now 1 for 3 from the line in the early goings of this game. She splits her first 2 trips to build a 4-point Titan lead. Inbounds pass was tipped away by Cooper, but will stay with the Riverhawks. Tonga passes Ramon back to Tonga. Waiting for a Ramon screen, won't get it, so instead she'll keep it. Works over the Miller screen, then back to Miller. Pick and pop. Miller has it. Tries to pass inside. Swatted away by Cooper. Back with the Riverhawks. Tonga inside pass to Mashuna. Kick to the corner. This three-pointer left short. But gets her own rebound. Puts up a shot and draws the foul. Shatil Wata, her first action of the game. Put up a 3 that caught her own rebound. Will now step to the line. Freaking Hack trying to put that one back. She'll get 2.
She put her body on the line and got the shots there.
Wata, 71% free throw shooter on the year. Gets the 3rd point of the quarter for the Riverhawks. And that second one rolls in as well. 22-20 is the score. Coleman catches it, wants to go fast. This one all the way inside, under the basket, kicks it out. Cooper has it, gives the ball, take the free throw line jumper. This one's nothing but net there, drops in. Sends the lead back to 4. Ramon has it.
And Lane's finally starting to hit some shots here.
Tonga top of the 3-point line, working against Ball. Will kick it to the corner for Miller. Miller drives baseline. Physical to the rim, but can't get the shot to fall. Ball's in the ground. Fighting for it. This will be a held ball. Miller was in the ground there. Daniels was in the ground, and possession arrow was pointing towards the Titans, so they'll keep it.
Now, Miller just took a post move and basically went from the 3-point line all the way to the basket, just backing down.
DeLynn checks in. Coleman checks out. Cooper has this one. He's looking to get rid of it and finds Powers in the corner. Back to Cooper. Inside pass to Daniels. Triple team comes, so kicked out to DeLynn. Will take a quick 3-pointer and drains it.
Great passing there.
Great collapse inside. Sees it collapse. Daniels kicks it out. Just great offense. Now Ramon has it, working over a screen. Kicks it back out. Pick and pop. Pass inside to Mashuna. Double teamed. Has to kick it out again. This pass goes over the head of Miller. A turnover for the Riverhawks.
Daniels playing great defense in there, forcing that pass away that just flew wild.
And that is the 10th turnover of the game through 14 minutes of gameplay for the Riverhawks.
And the main thing that's changed, Lane's hitting their shots.
This one swatted away. Daniels went up quickly, but Tonga rejected that one. This one will stay with the Titans, but I've loved the interior defense from the Riverhawks throughout this game. I mean, it's been intense, it's been on ball, and it's been relentless.
You know, we saw it at the beginning with Hollingshead, but it's really been so many different players on this Umpqua team.
Daniels will give this one up to DeLynn, looking to get rid of it. Instead, will drive to the right, 14 in the shot clock. Finds herself in the corner, gives to Cooper, out to Ball, pass inside to Daniels, deep in the post, puts up a shot, and this time she'll get fouled. She'll step to the line.
Daniels just took a shot there, trying to make a little bit of a post move, and going to make Umpqua pay.
For those of you who couldn't watch, Daniels suffered a right ankle injury, or what appeared to be a right ankle injury in that Monday game. And it's one of those injuries where you thought she was out for the game. She took 2 or 3 minutes on the bench, was back into it. So love the fight and heart from her, and then able to see her just 2 days after that back and looks no worse for wear.
And like no tape or anything, at least from what we can see.
It's the first free throw. She struggled from the charity stripe on Monday. Splits her first trip, rebound. Tonga will take this one up herself. Working against Ball. Working over a screen from Miller. Inside pass goes to Mashuna, but bounces off her foot for another Riverhawks turnover. Just ugly offense here as they're stringing together some turnovers. Titans have a chance to get to a double-digit lead. Powers to inbound, gives to Cooper. Back to Powers. Powers to DeLynn. Swung the ball, looking to give it to Daniel, and said Ball will drive paint. Runs out of space, puts up a shot, and a foul will be called as Tonga had her wrapped up there. Now it's Ball's turn to head to the line.
And Umpqua on that defense, they're really taking advantage of Morgan Cooper's inability to shoot, sagging so far off.
Clogging up things inside. Ball will rattle this first free throw in. Ball a 65% free throw shooter. And not too often will we see Ball and Daniels in the court at the same time. They're often used to spell each other, but we've seen a lot of action with both of them, possibly to counteract this Riverhawks lineup that's very big and very physical inside. So Coach Shealy going for a bigger option, a bigger lineup here. Swung into the corner, quick three-pointer for the Riverhawks. Catches rim, won't go. DeLynn gets the rebound. That was Miller on the attempt.
You know, the double bigs is absolutely a, if they can do it, so can we.
The chess match continues between these two very established, very long-tenured, very successful coaches. DeLynn working the top of the three-point line, pass to Ball, 10 on the shot clock. Ball drives inside, kicks to the corner. Cooper for 3. This one catches rim, won't go. Rebound Mashuna. Miller will take this one up. We tick inside 5 left in the half. Miller dumps it to Tonga. Fakes 3, sidestep, inside pass, white jerseys everywhere, Ball's stolen away, ends up in the hands of Cooper. Excuse me, Powers came away with that one, pass to Cooper. Back to Powers here. Powers working over the ball screen, kicks it to DeLynn, who will pull up for another three-pointer here. This one catches rim, won't go. Rebound on the ground, Powers comes up with it. Cooper, bounce pass to Daniels, double team, kick the ball, took a free throw line jumper, leaves one to the right. Daniels catches the rebound, but steps on the baseline in the process. And a timeout will be called here. This game was all knot up at 16, 6 minutes of gameplay ago, and now a 14-4 run gives Lane a 10-point lead.
You know, it's really two things. It's Lane matching up with Umpqua physically, and they're playing a lot better in the paint, both offensive and defensively. They're not getting as manhandled as they kind of were towards the beginning of the game. The other thing is Lane's just hitting their shots. They had open shots in the beginning of the game, and they just weren't able to consistently hit them. That's completely changed. That's why they have that 10-point lead. They're just hitting their open shots. They had them. They just couldn't make it before.
Their field goal percentage was like in the teens in the early going here.
Must have been.
They've crawled it up to 33% from the field, and they've hit a couple threes. They're still only 2 for 9 on the game. The other big thing, their defense is forcing some turnovers. Umpqua's up to 12 turnovers compared to just 3 for the Titans. Points off those turnovers, Riverhawks have scored 1 point off those 3 turnovers. Titans have scored 12 points off of 12 turnovers. The difference in the game is a 10-point margin, and they've scored 12 points off turnovers. I'm no math major, but I'm pretty sure that has a factor.
You know, that is everything that Lane's defense is. They are all about putting pressure and forcing turnovers, specifically steals and other, you know, passing-related mishaps. And it's been just, it's like, it feels like calling it a masterclass is overblown. But I think that's just because we see it so often that we're used to it.
It puts so much pressure on the other team. Just so much pressure. Ramon will take this inbound. Looking to dump it off and finds Tonga, guarded by Ball. Inside pass, tipped away. It was Taryn Powers who got a hand on it. Will stay with the Riverhawks, but pass intended for Wata. And Coleman will check into the game here, sending Powers to the bench after the nice defensive play. Inbound, kick to Miller. 17 on the shot clock, working against Cooper. Swung to Wata, now in the hands of Tonga. Ball falls down. Tonga will drive inside, take a pull-up jumper here that rattles in, cuts the margin to 8. Now Coleman has it going quickly here, drives all the way to the paint, finds Ball inside, kicked outside to Daniels, the free throw line. Tries to back down, and set will give to DeLynn. Swung the ball back to DeLynn. Fakes right, goes left. He hit a couple threes from this area. Running out of options, gives to Coleman with 12 in the shot clock. Coleman drives basket, puts up a wild shot, can't get it to go. Rebound control by Ramon.
And man, Coleman is so fast.
She beats the defenders to the spot all the time. Tonga will take a quick pull-up three-pointer here, off the mark, rebound Coleman. And here we see that speed again, forcing the defense to get set very quickly here. Drive, slows down, gives to Daniels, tops the three-point line, who dumps to DeLynn on the right wing. Now Cooper has it, gives to DeLynn in the corner, pulls up for another three-pointer. This one good. Laney DeLynn, another three-pointer.
You know, DeLynn's been pulling him this game. She's shooting 35% on the year, and she's getting open looks today.
Wata has it, nice footwork to put the shot and gets the roll to go. DeLynn 2 for 4 on the day. A nice move there from Wata to get that basket.
Just a great little up and under. Got ball to bite, went under her, and nice little layup.
Coleman has it, gives it to Cooper in the corner, bounce pass to Daniels, who drives baseline under the basket, puts up a reverse shot, blocked away by Mashuna. Now Tonga has it, it's a 5-on-4, as Daniels is slow to get back. Tonga will slow it down, gives it to Miller, wide open three-pointer. Leaves that one short.
Nothing but net, but not in the way you want.
The wrong side of the net. This one goes out of bounds. From our angle, at least from my angle, I couldn't tell if that was a perfect swish or completely short. I judged by the players' reactions. It was short, but that was perfectly lined up.
You know, I had to, too. I was going to say
Both of us were looking at it like, man, that was close. Ball will take a quick pull-up 2 here, gets the roll to go. Lane back on top now by 11 with 1:45 left to go in the period.
You know, is that, like, tan line and the free throw line? Is that the Sarah Ball zone right there?
She's been operating a lot from the free throw line here. Tonga working against Paul, puts up a right-handed underhand scoop shot, gets that one to go. 90 seconds left to go in the period, leads down to 9.
I feel like I just saw deja vu. That was the same up and under they just used.
DeLynn has it, drives paint, tries to bounce past the ball, but will go off a green jersey foot out of bounds. Tonga will check out of the game, sending Noyce into the game. And interesting, we have not seen Hollingshead, I think, since the first quarter. I think she sat almost the entirety of the second, so you hope she's okay, but you got to imagine if she is healthy, we're probably going to see a lot of Hollingshead in the second half then. Probably a full dose. And might not see too much bench time in that process. Cooper has this one, working, backing down to the defender, backing on Miller, gives outside to Daniels to take a rare three-pointer. Too strong, won't go. Rebound to Ramon. Ramon working around. Coleman finds a player kicked to Wata for a quick three-pointer. Leaves that one short. Coleman jumps in for the rebound. Was flying out of bounds. Has to kick it back inside. Wata has it. Now she loses it. Coleman comes up with it. It's a 2-on-4. Coleman will slow this one down. Now Coleman going quickly here. A little Euro step to the basket. Gets the roll to go. Coleman put the defense to sleep. They thought she was resetting the offense, but instead she drives basket.
I was going to be like, she totally faked him out.
She faked us out too. Ramon guarded by Coleman. About an 8-second difference in game clock and shot clock. And Cooper tips this one away but can't get it in bounds. 9:25 left in the half, 17 on the shot clock. Riverhawks maintain possession.
You know, I got a comparison for you. Do you watch a lot of pro football?
I do.
The entire lane defense plays like Trevon Diggs.
Jumping passing lanes.
Absolutely.
They are so aggressive on these passing lanes. Noyce drives basket, tipped away by Ball. They're going to count that one as a block. Ball is on the ground, and we're getting another held ball, but this time possession arrow pointing towards the Riverhawks. They'll maintain possession here with 9.6 left in the half. Shot clock is turned off for this final possession. .6 in the half. Inbounds. Goes to Noyce, puts up the shot to Mashuna, who put up that one. A quick score there. Coleman has it. 2 seconds left to go in the period. We'll take a deep three-pointer. Leaves that one short. And we head to halftime. 37-28. Lane with a 9-point lead here. This game was all knotted up at 16 at halftime. But in the second quarter, Lane really turned up the pressure offensively.
You know, Lane, they had shots in that first quarter. They just weren't hitting them. This quarter, they hit their shots. That was the biggest difference. That and them playing two bigs at the same time really helped out shut down Umpqua a little bit more in that painted area, both offensively and defensively.
Mashuna and Tonga ran most of that second quarter, and Shealy countered by putting Ball and Daniels in the game, and it seemed to work. It slowed down the offense for the Riverhawks and gave a little more space to that Titans offense. We're going to take a break here on the Lane live stream. 14 minutes, we'll be back for the second half of action. Lane holding on to a 9-point lead here on the Lane live stream. Welcome back here on the Lane live stream here in Eugene. After one half of play, Lane leads the visiting Umpqua Riverhawks 37-28. This one was all knotted up at 16 apiece at halftime. Lane was able to pull ahead in that second quarter. My name is Levi Berkthel, joined by Logan Thompson. It was a tight first game, but I think the story of the game was what you said multiple times. Lane started to hit their shots.
You know, that was the big problem for Lane early on. They were getting shots, perimeter. They were getting a couple from, free throw-ish range, and they weren't hitting them. The difference was they started hitting them in that second quarter, and that's why they're up 9 right now.
Coleman will take the early pass, gives to Daniels to Shepley, who will pull up for a quick three-pointer. This one off rim won't go. Rebound controlled by Bella Hamill back in the game. Out to Shepley. Will step back deep two-point jumper. Leaves that one short. Rebound Hollingshead.
And Shepley coming out aggressive.
Pulling quickly here. 2 early shots for Shepley. Looks like we have the starting lineups out for both teams. After a lot of them sat for that second quarter, Ramon, the inside pass goes to Stuckey. Put this one up over the head of Bella Hamill. Early bucket. Coleman catches one full head of steam. Working around Elliott. Drives all the way to the rim. Puts it up. And the foul will be called. That'll send Coleman to the line. Lane sitting on a 7-point lead. We're going to get a quick substitution here as Noyce will check in and Hollingshead will check out. Hollingshead sat for most of that second quarter. She's probably the best statistical player on the team, averaging the most points and rebounds on the team, but she sat for most of the second quarter, and after just 43 seconds of play, she'll head back to the bench. Coleman leaves that first one to the right.
You got to wonder why that is. Is it an injury? Is it...
Well, the fact that she was back out to start the second half makes me think that she's good to go, but interesting substitution patterns here for Coach Strickland and the Riverhawks. As Coleman hits the second one, and now she is hounding Elliott in the backcourt. Elliott loses the handle, able to collect, and gives up to Stuckey. Trying to get rid of it to Miller. Miller takes it on the handoff. An offensive foul will be called as Stuckey, a moving screen to push Cooper out of the way.
I wonder if Coach Strickland has a lineup he really wants to be able to see Hollingshead against. And I think maybe he's saving her to when he sees that lineup in, or a specific player or something that he feels that she can take advantage.
Because they matched her up against Hamill early in a couple possessions, and matched her up against Daniels, and after that, haven't seen her too much. This pass almost fired away, but instead Coleman able to collect with 8 in the shot clock. Coleman drives baseline, ends up alone into the basket, puts up a shot, leaves it short. Stuckey the rebound, the give to Noyce. Working the mini fast break here, and she traveled on that call, let her foot drag as she stopped to pass that one away. Inbound goes to Coleman through just 90 seconds of play here. Hamill working in and around Daniels' screen, gives to Cooper in the corner, back to Hamill, trying to get rid of it to Daniels, and this one was swatted away. Stuckey has it. It's a one-on-one break, working against Hamill. Stuckey goes right, goes left, ends up to the left of the rim, puts up a shot off glass, and it's good. Both Lane and Umpqua have clinched playoff spots, but no one's clinched the division, despite Lane only having one loss because they're just a game up on Clackamas. A quick three-pointer here from Cooper, and she drains that one to extend the Lane lead.
And Morgan Cooper hitting a 3 is not something you see all the time. She's only shooting 18.5% from out there this season.
Ramon ran herself into trouble, and now Ramon has it after the handoff from Elliott, working back to Elliott in the far side. 14 the shot clock, back to Ramon. This is Stuckey with the ball, guarded by Hamill. Picks up the dribble. This one stolen away by, never mind, they kept it. Great hands by Shepley, but able to keep hold of it. The bounce pass goes to Stuckey. Puts up a shot, can't get it to go. Elliott's on the ground to 5-on-4. Little mini break here. Pass goes to Shepley. Pull up for 3, and that one finds the net. Leads back up to 12.
And there you go. Lane's just hitting their shots. They've gotten the shots, but they're just hitting them now. I think it's already 2 3-pointers here in this second half.
The lead is 12. Ramon will pull for a quick three-pointer. Leaves that one short. Coleman has it. Takes this one at a dead sprint. Slows down. Gives to Shepley in the corner. Thought 3. Little side step. Now she goes for 3. That one's too strong. Rebound. Cooper puts it up. Can't get it to go. Daniels almost collected. Back to Cooper. Hamill now has it. Had a wide open Luke. Will give back to Shepley for 3. And that one's good. Timeout is called as the lead is now 15.
You know, I think that play from Hamill right there shows how together this team is. She had a wide open shot, but she knew that Shepley would also have a wide open shot. She passed it up for her teammate, who I think is the better three-point shooter, if I'm not mistaken.
You're absolutely right. Shepley, a 41% free throw shooter, three-point shooter. Hamill shoots a slightly better percentage, but Shepley shoots at a much higher volume. Hamill had the look, gave it up, and just like that, it's a 15-point lead. Meaning that since the first quarter, it's been a 31-16 run for these Titans. Now the Riverhawks searching for answers.
You know, it's already been a 6-point lead increase so far in this second half, only, you know, just over 3 minutes in. And Lane, I think Lane's hit 3 3-pointers now. They've been red hot so far.
Yeah, they came out swinging in this third quarter. At least in my experience with this team, they're extremely hard first and third quarter players. I've seen a couple ugly second quarters, and I've seen some fourth quarters where they just take their foot off the gas pedal. But coming off out of the start of the game and out of halftime, this team throws haymakers, and they're doing so right now. As this is the danger zone if you're the Riverhawks, where you need to find some answers quickly. You can't let this lead balloon up to 20 points with 16 minutes left to play the game. You got to start cutting into this margin, keep this one within striking distance going into the fourth.
And the problem is, this is what Lane does. Sometimes it's a little bit closer than you expect going into halftime. And then this third quarter is where Lane likes to blow the lid off of it.
Mashuna back into the game, still no Hollingshead. Elliott has it guarded by Coleman. Will drive all the way to the basket, put up a wild shot that goes nowhere. Hamill unable to collect the rebound. This one was fought for with another Umpqua player. It was Noyce will be off Hamill. They're at 21 on the shot clock. Ramon fires the inbounds to Noyce, looking to get it inside, but will dump to Noyce in the far wing. Works back center court. Finds Elliott, inside pass to Mashuna. Double team kicked out. Noyce, mid-range jumper. Leaves this one short off rim. Daniels controls the rebound. Hounded in the backcourt by Miller. And they give to Cooper. Cooper finds Shepley in the corner, fires a quick three-pointer. That one's good too. Sarah Shepley finds range.
Well, she's hot right now from three-point range. I think she's already hit 3 by herself in this second half.
Alita's balloon to 18. Handoff goes to Elliott, but a moving screen violation on Nice as Coleman ended up on the wrong side of that contact, and another turnover for the Riverhawks.
That was a hard screen. Just shows how tough Coleman is getting right back up from that.
Now up to 14 turnovers in the game for Umpqua. Titans trying to extend the lead to 20 points. Hamill fakes right, dumps it to Daniels. Shepley trying to get the ball instead. We'll go to Hamill, pull for 3. This one catches rim, won't go. Rebound Mashuna. And the dump to Ramon at a full head of steam. She drives basket, runs out of space, gives it up to Mashuna. Swung back to Ramon. Guarded by Shepley in the left wing. Back to Mashuna, top of the three-point line. Trying to find Elliott, who drives free throw line, working around screen. Will take a deep two-pointer. That one won't go. Rebound controlled by Daniels. Through pass to Shepley. Pull up, three-pointer, heat check. That won't go. Rebound Coleman. Fires one to Cooper. Back to Shepley. Thought 3, but decided against it this time.
I'm shocked she didn't shoot that.
She had the lane. She had a real heat check where she just walked into a 3 to start the possession. Maybe wants to rethink that one. 5 in the shot clock. Hamill running out of time. Will take a deep two-point jumper. Contested. Won't go. Rebound Daniels. Puts up the shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound still lost on the ground. Shepley comes up with it. Fires one to Cooper. To Hamill. Drives free throw line. Puts up the scoop shot. Cannot get the shot to go. Now Noyce has the ball. Fires one to the corner. Almost intercepted by Coleman. Elliott has it. Far corner to Miller. Out to Ramon. Inside pass to Mashuna. Double team comes. Puts up a shot anyway. Won't go. Gets her own rebound. Mashuna. Another shot. This one rattles in.
It was a great double team from Lane right there. She just found the gap between the hands right there.
Hamill now 2 for 9 in the night. 0 for 2 from 3. Shepley has the ball. Runs out of space. Bounce pass inside to Daniels, who's also been quiet. A lot of footwork there. Gets the glass to go.
Good little spin from Daniels there. She found that back foot and pivoted on it and found out, hey, there's a revolving door here.
Elliott hounded in the backcourt by Coleman. He then tips that one out. Ball, DeLynn will both check in, and a timeout will be called before the substitution can't complete. So 3:53 left to go in the third quarter. The lead is up to 18 points. Sia Shepley's found her distance. She's now the game's leading scorer with 14 points. She's 5 for 10 on the night, 3 for 7 from 3. The only other double-digit score of the game is Lady DeLynn, who's not seen much in the second half. As Bella Hamill is currently talking to Coach Steele. She's struggled from range and struggled from the court. 2 for 9 on the night. As I said, 0 for 2 and just 4 points. But Sia Shepley really finding her rhythm here in the third quarter.
And Shepley's been red hot, and I don't expect that to change. You know, she's the kind of player where if she's on, she is on. Tonight, yeah, she's on.
And there certainly do seem to be like 5-minute stretches where she's just feeling it. Last game, it was the first 5 minutes of the game or so where she was just lighting up, a couple three-pointers, a couple deep twos. This time, quiet first half from her, and she's just decided to turn it on here in the second. And I said this last time, I'm going to say it again. If you're the Riverhawks, you are wandering into the deep waters here. Just about 17, 18 minutes left to go in the game. You're down 18. I mean, you got to string together some good possessions here. You don't need to erase an 18-point lead in 4 minutes, but you need to go into the fourth feeling like you got a chance. Inbound goes to Ramon. Swung around, quick three-pointer. This one rattles in. That's Jalen Robles. Getting the Riverhawks back on track. A quick three-pointer. Now they need to string together with a stop. Cooper has the ball, gives to Daniels, top of the three-point line, finds Shepley. Hounded by Ramon inside to Daniels. Double team comes, kicked out the ball. Will drive basket, spins back inside, puts a little fadeaway jumper, gets the roll to go. Now Robles has it. Dumps it off to Miller. Miller drives a little baseline, puts up a baseline jumper, leaves that one short. Rebound goes to Noyce, who puts up a wild shot. That won't go. Rebound DeLynn. Now DeLynn takes this one up herself. Gives to Cooper deep in the backcourt. Guarded by Miller. Cooper pounding the rock. Gives it to Ball, who drives left. Dumps off to Shepley in a full speed. Swung to Daniels. 10 seconds to the shot clock. Now Cooper has it in the wing. Inside to Daniels, deep in post positioning. Working against Mashuna. Double team comes, puts up a shot, and the foul will be called.
And that was a good job by Daniels there, playing physical and aggressive and basically just throwing her arms into the arms of Masuna there.
Truly drawing the foul.
Yeah, exactly. That is like a textbook definition of drawing a foul.
Daniels on the free throw line. That first free throw is good. That's Daniels' 6th point of the night. She's just 2 for 9 from the floor, but now she is 2 for 3 from the free throw line. 4th free throw incoming. High arcing free throw is good. Lead is now 19. Ramon has it. Working against Shepley. Dumps off to Robles. Back to Ramon. Had Miller in the corner, but rejects it. Deep pass inside, and a foul will be called. This pass was tipped away. They're going to get Daniels for the reach-in.
Yep, and she just reached from behind there, and you can't do that.
Just the first foul of the quarter for Lane. Inbound goes to Noyce. Fired to Ramon. Now this is Robles, who hit a three earlier. Thought three, but said drives left. Bounce pass inside. Goes to Noyce, who finds herself in trouble. Nice little outlet pass. Back to Robles, who hits another three from the corner. Robles back-to-back threes. Hamill catches the inbounds. Dribbles to the left, fires one to Shepley, who wasn't expecting it. Back to Hamill, now to Daniels, trying to get it inside, but instead will find DeLynn here. DeLynn working off the ball screen. Hounded by Robles, trying to get rid of it. Finds Shepley, 9 on the shot clock, and a foul will be called there. I think they're going to get Robles, who's fighting through a screen and caught the ball carrier.
Trying to get free throws here. That is their 5th foul of the quarter.
Means they're in the bonus for the remainder. 150 left in the quarter. They're sending Shepley to the line. Dylan will check out. Powers will check in. Shepley not the player you want to send to the free throw line. Hits the first, as these teams just traded buckets over the last couple possessions here. Second free throw off the mark, rebound Mashuna. Now it's Robles, who's got some more ball handling duties after hitting those threes. Jump stop, kicks to Ramon. Working off the noise screen. Finds Robles again in the corner. Back to Ramon. 13 on the shot clock. Gibson Noyce drives against ball all the way to the rim, puts it up and in. Just push ball off the spot.
Yeah.
Now this is Hamill working quickly here. 80 seconds left to go in the third. It's passed around quickly, ends up in the hands of Daniels deep in the post, puts up a shot. That's too strong. Daniels able to strip away the rebound, but ends up in the hands of Robles.
Daniels got away with a little bit of a something there that she could have been called a foul on, if I'm being honest.
Hamill jumped to pass lane, didn't need good to go, but then a three-pointer's off the mark and ends up back into the hands of Robles, who reset the offense with just a minute left of the third quarter. Gives it to Noyce in the wing. Finds Miller in the corner for three. Too strong, won't go. Now Hamill will slow this one down with about 50 left in the quarter. 24 on the shot clock. Hamill gives one to Powers. Swung to Shepley in the corner. Back in the hands of Powers. Back to Shepley, who thought three, but instead will drive to the right. Runs out of space. Try to dump, get rid of it. Gives it to Powers. 7 in the shot clock. Powers running out of time. She's wrapped up by Robles. Finds Hamill. Got to make magic. Pass to Powers for a quick three-pointer. Leaves that one short. Did not touch the rim in a shot clock violation.
Unfortunate there. They were moving the ball really well, but Umpqua all over him at every pass. Could not get the advantage that they were looking for.
Powers earned herself a ticket to the bench. Cooper checks in with 20 seconds in the quarter. Game clock, or shot clock is shut off, excuse me. Robles gives it to Miller, who drives baseline. Back out to Noyce. In the wing, slows it down. 10 seconds left in the period. Swung around, ends up in the hands of Robles. Inside pass goes to Mashuna. 3 white jerseys to collapse. Ball is stripped away. Daniels comes up with it. With just 1 second left in the period, they will hold this one out. And we head to the fourth quarter. Lane holding on to a 15-point lead here. More of the same in the third, I would say.
Yeah, the third quarter mirrored the second quarter and pretty much every way. Maybe even better shooting for Lane. You know, it's a 15-point game where it came into this quarter, a 9-point game. It's going to be a really, really tough road for Umpqua if they want to come back tonight.
Sia Shepley's still the leading scorer in the game. Now she has 15 points off 50% shooting from the floor, 3 of 7 from 3. The only other double-digit scorer is Lainey DeLynn coming off the bench here. 10 points for her. We've seen a lot of action from her tonight. But the two, I think, marquee names would be Bella Hamill and Victoria Hollingshead, and both have had really quiet nights for different reasons. Bella Hamill has seen a lot of action, but she hasn't been able to shoot very well. She struggled on Monday. She's leaving a lot of shots short. And she's done a great job of getting the ball out of her hand. She's not forcing it, which is great to see if you're a Lane fan. On the other side of the court, Victoria Hollingshead, you got to imagine there's some sort of lingering injury. She started the game and started the second half. She only played about 45 seconds in the second half before heading to the bench. We've not seen her since. So she just has 2 points and 5 rebounds. Again, this is a player who averages 16.5 points, 13 rebounds. Her last game versus Lane, a 23-point, 20-rebound masterpiece. But we've not seen her again since the early going of the second half. This pass tipped away, controlled by Robles. Able to get back, and now they have a 5-on-4 here. Robles will pull for 3 again, and she hits it. The third 3 of the game for Robles.
And Robles has been hot here down the stretch. Umpqua wants to come back. She might be the key.
And a quick three-pointer respond. Hamill drains it, answers the bell. Leads back to 15.
And you know that's exactly what the Lane fans wanted to see right there.
Sometimes all you need is one to go through, and you hope it's that way for Bella Hamill. Robles will pull up again from 3. Leaves this one short, a real heat check moment. Robles now the Riverhawks' leading scorer with 9 points. All 3 have come from distance. All 9 points have come from 3 long-distance shots. Shepley working against Ramon. Gives to Cooper. Hounded by Miller. The handoff to Hamill. Hamill drives all the way to the baseline, puts it up. Too strong, won't go. Ball fighting for it. Ends up with Mashuna, and a foul will be called on Ball as she ripped Mashuna to the ground. about 9 minutes left to go in the game. Lead is still 15. Hollingshead will check back into the game along with Shatil Wata. Ball will check out. Chloe Daniels will check back into the game after a short rest. Now for real, we're going to think we'll see Hollingshead the rest of the way, right?
You'd hope so, but everything we've seen says that probably not.
Hollingshead will catch this past the elbow, fires one to Robles, fighting through a screen. Back to Hollingshead for a quick 2-point jumper. That won't go. Hamill catches the rebound. Gives to Coleman. Finds Daniels underneath the basket. Double team instantly kicked out to Hamill for a wide open 3-pointer. That one's good for Bella Hamill.
And maybe it was just the one.
Back-to-back threes for the future Oregon star. Hollingshead gives it to Wata. 2-woman game. Now Ramon enters. Trying to get inside to Hollingshead. Backing down Hamill. Puts up a shot. Up off glass and good.
And Hollingshead announcing that she is back in the game.
A quick offensive possession. A quick score from her. Now Hamill working against Hollingshead. Daniels screen incoming. Hamill rejects it, pulls up for 3, leaves that one short. Another heat check moment. That one comes up short. Coleman tips away the pass, controls it, working against Hollingshead, and a foul will be called. It was strange. Almost like Hollingshead gave up on the play, and then Coleman frankly jumped into her, and the foul was called against Hollingshead.
That may be the most Coleman play that we have seen so far tonight.
Jumped to pass, stole it, then jumped into the other team, drew the foul. Coleman steps to the line. That first free throw is a left short. Coleman has 9 points in the night. 3 of 7 now from the charity stripe.
Coleman shocked she missed that free throw.
Coleman is a very good free throw shooter. She shoots 65%. She splits that trip. Now Ramon has it. Takes it up quickly here. Trying to get rid of it. Finds Wata. Wata trying to get inside to Hollingshead. Instead of dumping it off to Mishuna. Swung to Ramon. Back to Robles. Trying to back down Coleman. Robles spins all the way around and gets one off glass. Two of the smaller players in the court engaging in some post play there. Robles comes out on top. Now Shepley has it. Shepley will take a quick pull-up 2-point jumper from the free throw line. Hits that one.
And now the 2 lane players that people often look at as some of the best players on the team really starting to play well tonight.
Hollingshead will take a quick pull-up 2-point jumper. That won't go. Rebound Hamill lost it, able to collect and gives it to Coleman. Coleman catches and working quickly against Robles. All the way to the basket, up off glass, and good. Coleman, coast to coast.
My Lord, is she fast.
Leaving green jerseys in the dust. Now Hollingshead inside, kicks outside to Mishuna for a 3-pointer. That one rattles out. Rebound Hamill. Coleman will slow this one down with just 6.5 left to go in the game. The lead is 19 points. Daniels back to Coleman. Hand off to Hamill. Now Cooper loses the handle, collects, gives to Coleman. Hand off to the top, go to Shepley, around the Hamill screen, pull up, elbow jumper. That's sweet for Shepley. And the lead is now 21 points.
Yeah, Shepley's feeling it right now. She's got fire on her fingertips.
Hollingshead in the elbow, working against Hamill, trying to get inside of Mishuna, and she does. Up, and this one not blocked, but certainly affected by Daniels. And now Hamill, the rebound to give to Coleman. That's the closest thing to a white flag you'll see from lanes when they start walking up the court here with the ball. They're dribbling this one out. It's about 6 minutes left to go, under 6 minutes left, and a 21-point lead. Here comes the action. They give to Shepley. Another free throw line jumper. This one's too strong. Hamill tips the rebound to Coleman. Nice play there to keep the possession alive. Shot clock resets. Now it's at 16. Coleman jogs it around. They give to Cooper. Drives elbow, gives to Shepley. Around a couple screens. Now Coleman has it. Back outside to Cooper. 4-3. Leaves this one short. Daniels the rebound. The shot's blocked away by Mishuna. Daniels collects it. Gives to Hamill. And the shot clock goes off before Hamill can get the shot up. A long possession ends up empty for the Titans.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you. I don't think that was a shot from Cooper at all. I think it was just a really good interior pass.
Nelson will check into the game as well as Stuckey for the Riverhawks. Ramon dribbles this one up slowly. Fires one to Nelson. Now Hollingshead has it. Top of the free throw line. Back outside to Stuckey. A foul will be called. Never mind, a travel will be called against Stuckey there. Turnover for the Riverhawks. And a timeout will be called as well. Just 5 minutes left to go in the game. The lead up to 21, the biggest of the night. It's all over with the shouting by my account.
Yeah, something tells me this timeout was called, that Lane's now going to be taking out their starters. At least there's a chance they're going to be taking out their starters for the rest of the game.
It is certainly a
put
weird
a bow on this, it feels like.
Absolutely. It certainly is a weird stretch where they played on Monday, they play today, and then they play on the 4th as well. So they're going to go 6 days with 3 games to finish out their season before the playoff push. Also, they haven't clinched the division yet, so it's not like they can rest anybody, as Clackamas is breathing down their neck with a game lead on Clackamas. So every game still matters. In my experience, Lane doesn't really pull their starters until very late in the game, but you might see a quick trigger here from Sheely as he tries to save his players as much as possible.
Yeah, that's my thought process. They play on Monday, they play on the 4th. You want to have as fresh legs as possible, especially right after the regular season. You got the playoffs. And you know Lane wants to make some noise in the playoffs, as they always do.
They're running out of room in the rafters here, as there are banners everywhere.
What's another one?
And the starters will come back on the court for Lane. Daniels, Shepley, Hamill, Cooper, and Coleman. So the starting 5 on the court. What do we know?
You think they block our view with the next one?
Almost the starting lineup for Riverhawks. Nelson still in the game. The sole non-starter. Coleman, the handoff goes to Cooper. Trying to get Shepley. Instead, she loses it. Ramon dives on it, but Hamill comes up with it. Dumps it off to Cooper. Back to Shepley. Shepley drives baseline, slows it down. Back outside to Coleman, who resets the offense with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Takes the handoff. Now it gives to Hamill, working against Stokey. Hamill, nice footwork, gets back inside, leaves that shot short. Hollingshead comes up with the rebound. She'll take it herself. Working in Spade, dumps off to the far side for 3. This one rattles in. Wata drains the 3. All the way up the court. Daniels wide open, uncontested to the rim. Nice feed there by Coleman.
That was a fantastic pass by Coleman. Textbook right there on the fast break.
Ramon to Stuckey inside to Hollingshead. Loses the handle. Shepley stripped her. Now Shepley will pull this one up slowly. 4 minutes left to go in the game. A 20-point lead for the home team. Coleman, they give to Shepley. Around the Hamill screen. Now Cooper. Back to Coleman, who drives all the way to the basket. A Euro step leaves that one short. Hollingshead another rebound. Pass over the head of Wata, ends up in the hands of Nelson. Give to Stuckey. Fed back outside to Wata. Around the Stuckey screen, she drives, bucket, little bounce pass, pull-up jumper for Stuckey is good. Cuts the lead to 18 with 3:20 left. Coleman, pounding the rock. Hand off to Shepley, who glanced at the rim, but instead will dribble around a Hamill screen. Gives outside to Cooper. Around another Hamill screen. Now Coleman. Coleman backing down Nelson. Drives basket. Gets the roll to go over the outstretched arms of Hollingshead. The inbound goes to Wata.
Does Coleman run out of energy? I don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't think so. Nelson inside pass to Hollingshead. Little reverse, goes up and too strong. Hamill comes down with it. Coleman dribbled this one up very slowly. She has to be one of the students who runs to class, right? She has to be. Coleman. Hand off to Shepley. Takes a Hamill screen. Another Hamill screen, and this one will be a moving screen. Hamill dragging her feet in the process. Robles will check back into the game, send Ramon to the bench. Ramon's done most of the heavy lifting of ball handling for this team. Ends up with 7 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, if this is the last we see of her. Watah fires a pass to Stuckey, trying to get inside to Hollingshead. It will instead give it outside to Nelson, guarded by Shepley. 2:08 left to go in the game. This pass tipped away and controlled by Hamill, who politely hands it to Coleman, who will jog up the court. Lead is still 20. Coleman guarded by Nelson. About to put the finishing touches on a very nice victory over a very good opponent. Coleman dribbles this one around. Drives basket, bounce past Daniels, faked a shot, goes inside, jump stop. Dumps outside to Hamill, 4 in the shot clock. Hamill drives baseline, puts up a wild shot. Thought she was fouled. No call given. Hollingshead, a full court pass fired to Nelson. Gives it outside to Watah. Slows it down and fires one to Robles. Inside to Hollingshead. Handoff to Robles, who loses the handle. Coleman has it. One-on-one fast break. Coleman behind the back. Slows it down. Gives to Shepley. Thought 3. Slows it down. Dribbles this one back out with just 1:10 left to go in the game.
Man, you know Shepley wants to shoot that so bad.
Cooper, the handoff to Shepley. Around to Hamill, screen, gives it to Coleman. They've been running this play a lot. Coleman to the basket, hacked and fouled. Coleman will head to the line again. Umpqua is 3rd in the NWAC South standing, just a couple games back of Lane. Lane holding that the top spot. A game up on Clackamas. The point I'm making is this is a very good Umpqua team. This is a very good Riverhawks team. Again, 10-1 in their last 11. That loss coming against Lane, 21-4 on the season. Their 5th loss will be by a wide margin, as the margin is 20. Pending free throws make that 21, under a minute left to play. After being tied at the back end of the first quarter, Lane has only given up just under 40 points, 38 points for the remaining 3 quarters, and stacked up 60 points in that process. Quick pass to Nels, under the basket, puts up a shot. That's good.
So I wasn't here on Monday. What was the biggest difference here for Lane that they did tonight that they weren't able to do Monday?
I think the shots are falling. They had some good looks on Monday that just were not going in. It was one of those games where you had some really elite players who could not buy a bucket. The offense seemed sluggish. There were uncharacteristic errors, uncharacteristic turnovers. The first quarter was a little sluggish, but once the second quarter hit, this team really was firing all cylinders. Hamill with 4 on the shot clock, drives basket, up off glass, gets the roll to go. Bella Hamill putting the finishing touches on this one. Nels in the full, receives the pass. Shot clock is turned off. 18 left to go in the game. Inside pass. Dumped to Stuckey, who take a free throw line jumper. Rebound controlled by Daniels. And with 10 seconds to the clock, they can dribble this one out. A dominant victory here for the home team. The Lane Community College Titans dribble out a 78-56 point win over the visiting Umpqua Riverhawks. A dominant win here. The game's leading scorers here are Shepley. Ended up 7-13 from the field, 3 of 7 for 3 for 19 points. 3 other double-digit scorers. Tony Coleman, 14 points, in addition to 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Bella Hamill, inefficient from the field, but 12 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. And Lanny DeLynn off the bench put up 10. Jalen Robles, the leading scorer for the Riverhawks, 11 points, but just a great win overall, Logan.
Yeah, some of those numbers are deceiving, especially from Hamill and Shepley. They struggled in that first quarter and a little bit more in that first half. By that second half, both players played fantastic, and I think that bodes very, very well for Lane going forward.
Well, this is just the first part of a doubleheader. Junior Ledgy already on the court, ready to go. In about 28 minutes here, we're going to go live on this same stream with men's basketball looking to bounce back from a heartbreaking loss on Monday. Men's basketball versus Umpqua, just about 20 or so minutes away. So go ahead, take a break, get some water, come back on this stream. Women's basketball, a dominant victory in this one. Coming out on top, 78-56. My name is Levi Berchthold, joined by Logan Thompson. Don't go anywhere. Come back on this channel for the men's basketball matchup versus Umpqua. Thanks for watching here on the Lane live stream.